and nobody.
Say hello to, middle of nowhere. Like, middle of nowhere. So you guys are uh, in the warehouse. There's a lot of shiny objects, a lot of ooh pretty, like a lot of, hey, what the hell is that doing there?
How much yellow am
Can,
I
can,
seeing?
can you can you draw like one of these shitty kids Santa houses into another way?
He could if he was on edge.
But I'm not on edge.
He could if he was using OBS.
I wouldn't want to. Would I want to use OBS?
Grilled chicken and vegetables.
I'm sorry. It's grilled chicken?
Yes, chicken.
Let's see if I
Chicken.
can. I can draw things. I don't know if it's coming through.
See, that's amazing. Not an eye. Yeah,
Is it
you
drawing?
do that.
It's coming through just fine. Don't tell me I can't draw shit.
You can draw shit. A brilliant drawing. A shit.
Isn't it though? My awesome drawing capabilities.
Hashtag Bob Ross.
Yeah.
When anyone mentions Bob Ross, I just get the Deadpool skits.
I mean, the weekend marathon is still running.
Of course you would know that.
Shall
Yeah,
we?
because I'm on my Twitch start page, and
So
it's
we're
literally the
all we're
first
gonna do is we're
chapter.
gonna have a little bit of mountains here. You know, have some mountains, some pretty
Some happy little
mountains.
trees.
You know, some blue trees.
I mean, it's your world. Trees can be whatever fucking color you want. What the heck?
Okay. Now that
We're
I've
getting the devil out of.
finished Bob Rossing here.
Katie knows. Katie knows.
See the devil in the deep blue sea. I got a question. How many of you guys, if in a position, whether it be ooh technology, Dale maybe, would want to go touch and like see everything, just like go down and then just see everything
No.
I would rather
without
just
the
be
knowledge of what's inside the warehouse?
No.
No, okay.
I don't do that in Home Depot.
I do that definitely in Home Depot. Ooh, I want that. I want that. 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 My
Yeah, I
question.
don't do that even in Home Depot, so it would be whatever to me.
I
I
would
can
do
be
that, but
easily
only in an
amused with shit,
environment.
so.
I would do that, but only in an environment where I feel safe-ish.
There's a lot of pretty interesting looking things on these shelves. You know.
How much yellow am I seeing?
You're. It would be difficult to see anything but yellow. There's some electromagnetism going on. There's a little bit of actual radiation going deeper inside of the warehouse, but it's mostly yellow.
He sees Pete, mile, mile.
I asked them, do artifacts have tachyons related to them?
They. Mrs. Frederick kind of looks at you, pauses for a moment. She says, "Yes, that's. I mean, it's tachyons along with maser radiation. Depends on the artifact. Depends if it happened before or after they dropped the bomb."
I have two artifacts then in my possession back at California.
Oh. What do they look like?
I pull out a piece of paper out of my pocket and draw them down.
Make a performance check, Dell. Make two of them, actually.
Let's see how much of a Bob Ross you are.
One of them just looks like a penis cat. It's a penis cat.
She kind of looks at you and says, "Okay, well, maybe you should just bring them here, in the future, because I don't know what that is."
I asked Cypher, can I punish them? I find images on Google Images that represent the glasses. Like I close to
Okay.
and stuff.
Her
Glass and one the goblin.
face kind of darkens for a moment as she says, "Okay. We're gonna put you on a plane, and you guys are gonna go get that and bring it back. All expenses paid. We're putting you on a plane."
Also,
We all have to go, or is it just him?
You all have to go. You're kind of
check your DMs.
check my DMs.
Not you, Dale.
Oh.
No, I did not. But you wouldn't know that I can see.
She says, she turns around and she says, "Book them on the next trip back to wherever in California they are, and then back here as soon as possible. All of them, first class round trip." Says, I have some things I gotta do, and I wasn't expecting this. So I will be back when you return. She kind of walks around the corner, and you stop hearing the sound of high heels on metal flooring as she turns the corner.
Why do I have to go back on a fucking plane?
So I have anything I should not do with these?
Don't drop them. Artie kind of looks over to you and says, don't drop them.
Do you have a bag?
Says, I don't know if I should be giving you this. And he goes around the corner and gets essentially what looks like 2 anti-static bags. Says, put them in here. You know, still try not to drop them. He says, go, shoo. You're, by the time you get to the airport at Cedar Rapids, at Rapid City, there should be a plane waiting for you.
Would it really be a good idea for a vampire to go flying closer to the sun?
Kind of looks at you and he says,
Calm
Yeah.
down, Icarus.
Seriously, calm down, Icarus.
he says, I guess you'll find out, won't you?
Can I just stay here? I don't even know what's going on.
Planes should be actually safer for you. The radiation shielded.
Somewhat.
I'm gonna put my hand on the door and look at Artie with a raised eyebrow.
Yes?
I pull the door. I try to pull the door open. Does it open?
It does.
I walk out.
He says, he kind of leans his head on the other side. It doesn't make that stupid sound like they did in the TV show.
Ah. I walk.
Yeah, it's just more or less motion censored. He kind of turns to the rest of you guys. Come on, go, shoo, mush. Go forth, vorwärts. Achtung.
I start making whipping motions to the people in front of me.
Exactly. Him, go.
I will fight you.
And he says,
Not him, Dale.
Artie says, I would give you guys actual, government IDs, but I think you already have those. So, no reason to give them to you.
Alright, let's go. Fucking plane bullshit.
I'm already on my way out.
I put my arm around Cypher. You ready for this?
This isn't my first rodeo, Dale.
I thought the statement
What
was
do you
good.
reckon how I got to the US?
Oh,
Specifically Robo.
Yeah. Paddle
Yeah,
boat,
sailboat.
yeah, the old giant pedal boats.
right? The old steam power boats.
Fuck,
So.
I'd love to cross the Atlantic on one of those, actually.
I think you'd very quickly run out of steam or fuel for your steam. Unless it was just absolutely massive.
Hey,
But-
how do you used to cross the ocean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
At one point.
it's how we used to get to America way back when.
Did you say America?
Yes, he did.
Alright, Raw. So, you guys get inside your... the car's waiting there for you. Same driver says, looks like I'm driving you guys back to the B&B to pick up your vehicles. Or I can just drive you out to the airport, whichever you wish.
Kinda don't need the vehicles at this point. We could just leave it there.
Airport.
Hell of a lot shorter. So, he drives you to the airport, and it's a small airport. It's definitely potentially seen better days. considering this image is from '09.
When we're going there, I'm gonna look to the guys and say, well, let's hope this one doesn't catch on fire and explode too.
As you guys drive up, the temperature's gone down significantly. In fact, it looks like there's a rainstorm coming in.
Ah. Turbulence, it got me fun on this flight.
See if Cypher doesn't lose his lunch. So you guys get all checked in, and says, well, the flight's, you look up on the board, the flight's going to be there in 2 hours. It's getting a little windy outside.
Sniper is gonna knock his ass out as soon as he gets on the plane.
Look at the ticket. The ticket says it's about an hour travel on the plane to. I hate to do this to you guys. They're taking you to Chicago, and then from Chicago to LA. It was the cheapest first class flight.
I'm assuming with the other Chicago airport, not the one that exploded, or is it the one that exploded?
It is the one that exploded.
Oh, they finally got that fucking fire out? Well, I applaud that.
Yeah, in a way, lack of oxygen makes things so it doesn't burn. You'll find that out. So the plane gets there, and you guys all get on there. Cypher, I'm gonna need a Constitution check from you, please, sir.
So you did not hear my I'm gonna knock my ass out as soon as I sit in the plane, did you?
I heard that. But it's from the airport to the plane of the anxiety. And you take, instead of maybe taking 1 or 2 muscle relaxers or whatever you happen to have to knock your PS out, you take like 4 or 5.
I was more thinking of house medicine, but whatever.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I don't know what you'd use, NyQuil or something? Something with diphenhydramine in it?
I was more thinking about a fat blunt and a bottle of booze.
I can tell you that South Dakota, to my knowledge, is not allowed to legalize marijuana.
So 3 bottles of booze.
3 bottles of booze, alright. Get on there, and right as you get to the very top, you kind of trip and fall flat on your face. Are your friends, are Cypher's friends going to help him up again? Or are you just going to walk all over him?
I'm just laughing at him.
I help into his seat. That we are first class meaning.
Well, it's a pedal jumper. They're a little tiny. I want to say that maybe. No, it's not a prop plane necessarily, but it seats maybe 20 or 30 people. It's a really small airport to airport plane.
Puddle jumper. We've brought the Stargate universe into it.
So you guys sit down, buckle in, and the rain is starting to come down. And they take off, and the captain says, it's going to be from Rapid City Regional Airport to Chicago's O'Hare, and that he apologizes for a little bit of the turbulence that you guys might experience. Follow the instructions from the flight attendants, students. So.
Over at Echo and say how much you wanna bet we're gonna get struck by lightning.
At least once.
Probably.
So you guys get up in the air, and Cypher, you try to pull down the blind that's on your window, and it doesn't budge. It's like wedged in there sideways like. And the flight attendant comes past you and says, I'm sorry, that one's broken. But everything will be fine. Flying is still the safest mode of transport, as the plane kind of rocks back and forth.
I'm
No.
just ignoring her.
One time I was going into one of these little planes like this when I was coming out of Abilene to go to Dallas, and right when we lift off, because we're surrounded by farmland, I looked down and someone put a crop circle that said Trump. I was just like, oh, that's a thing. And it was actually perfectly lettered too.
I would have just put down aliens were here.
Just put a giant dick in the fucking cross.
And definitely put you write it in Spanish.
Fun fact: NASA actually drew a dick on Mars.
Really?
They got in trouble. The people who programmed the pack got in trouble for it.
Yeah, but they did actually draw a dick onto the Martian surface with one of their robots.
They didn't get told not too much. Just got told not to do it again.
I gotta see this shit. Back in 2013.
AKA the person who was supposed to punish them loved it.
So Zypher rolled a natural 1.
Oh yeah, no, that's him falling flat on his face. Probably not breaking anything,
Maybe. Oh my
Maybe.
god!
but like the ribs they've got on the floor to make sure you don't slip and fall. You've got like these lines going down your face now.
Do those blink too?
Maybe a little bit. It's hilarious that you're a dick on
What are you
Mars.
on about? It's not a dick. It just what the aliens look like, 2 giant eyeballs and a mouth. Pictures upside down.
Anyway.
So, you guys lift off, and you're over Sioux Falls, and the captain says we're gonna have to try to go to a higher altitude. As let me see how shitty your luck is, or how good your luck is. Dice roller, there you are. Your luck's pretty good. And you head up higher. Just a little bit of turbulence and nothing too terrible as you land in Chicago, roughly an hour and a half, 2 hours later. And Zypher, are you less drunk enough to be able to walk from one side of the
Oh, I can walk alright. Probably not in a straight line, but
Damn it, I want you to walk in a straight line. And I want you to say the alphabet backwards.
He start wheeling off the Russian alphabet backwards.
Tasha, go get Mama.
What if I don't wanna? I don't like to be called Sasha, thank you very much.
I was talking to my dog.
I don't like to be
Calling Z on the
special
dog?
unless I'm in my drag here.
And that's not nice to call me a dog either. There's very few people in the world that can call me that. You're not one of them.
The only people who could do that has a whip.
How did you know that?
Because she knows you well enough.
You guys get onto the next plane. It's a bigger plane. It's first class. It's nice. Right. You guys get fed some food. Right. Get up to your 35,000 feet cruising altitude. And right as the captain says, there's going to be some turbulence, you guys get struck by lightning. Zypher, the cabin trembles. Right. The lights flicker.
we
Guys.
all go to bar.
I look over at Katie. Who won that bet?
I did! That's what
No.
we said.
We both said that it wouldn't happen, so
We split the money. If we live.
I don't recall betting any money.
Boy.
And again, shocks the monkey. And those wearing sunglasses at night definitely win. You guys are over Nevada right now. It's dark outside still, because you guys are going back in time. You see on the news that since you guys, huh?
I said, Artie, we need to go back.
You guys find out since you guys left, it has been on and off rain in California, on and off rain in Nevada, flooding several areas. And Salt Lake is more of salt ocean. And yes, I understand the irony in that. So you guys,
I try and communicate Charles.
I'm
The
sorry.
AI.
Charles is like, hello.
Hello. How is the factory doing in the observed weather in California apparently?
Definitely a little interesting. What did you guys do, or who did you piss off, or could you maybe go apologize to someone?
We did nothing.
Yeah. Well, everything is still afloat.
Literal figurative.
That was funny, damn it. He says. It's some of it's floating, some of it's not. It depends on the day. As lightning strikes again and the plane turns off. You guys are now just kind of falling like a brick.
How would a plane be just flat out fall?
You hear
Well,
you hear a very drunk, very snarky comment. Safest mode of transportation, my ass.
I reply, it's not falling, it's falling with style.
Yes. I mean, and I told my other this yesterday. I said, crash landing is still landing, right?
No, that's not what I'm saying though.
Well, it's not just falling out of the sky like a brick. It's gliding, but also falling. So the way that planes work, I'm not sure if you knew this, there's thrust, which pushes, air underneath the wings, which causes it to lift, right? And if there's no longer thrust, then you don't have a steady upwards force.
You still have inertia.
I mean, there's not enough inertia to get us all the way to our destination.
Good.
Wrong button. I meant to hit mute. Apparently Devin is going to be on late tonight, but in heavy air quotes, should be on tomorrow. But you guys are over Reno presently. So you could potentially glide, but not that far. There's a lot of shaking and such, and you hear the lady at the flight attendant say, prepare for a landing. And essentially stick your head between your legs and kiss your ass goodbye. Without using those words.
Let's hope it's a fucking water landing.
Over a desert.
No, you want a ground landing. Safer. But at 35 knots speed, we should actually be able to hit on the bottle airbox. Emergency helicopter.
Reno has an airport.
Yeah. Well, you're going over Reno.
Oh, so you said the entire plane shut off, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they're flying dead stick in a big
Uh-huh.
plane? Oh, that's gonna suck.
Yeah, it will. Like both of them are falling on that fucking stick.
Yeah.
Fighting a
In a
3,000
storm.
pound aircraft. Oh, we're getting torn out of the sky. We're dead.
Well, everyone might be dead, but I might have a way out.
What, turn into a bat and flap away? I'm sorry, it's mean.
Now you're
No,
just
because
giving
I
her
actually started
ideas.
thinking about fucking Hotel Transylvania.
When the kid transforms and he don't fully transforms, just his head and his body a bat.
Here the the flight attendant tell everyone that we're gonna try to make a landing at Sacramento Airport. She doesn't seem too confident. Anything you guys want to do at all? You guys just riding it?
How fast is the ground coming to us right this
There's storm and cloud and fog and rain. You can't see more than 5 feet out of your window. So you don't know.
Seeing how we're in first class and this is a much longer distance, does the little TV screens in the back show altitude? Oh wait, no, the plane's dead. Never mind. Look.
Uka.
Damn, currently free falling in the dead plane, help! I'm eating my ass out of here again. Sorry, love you, bye. I died once, you all can die another time.
Katie gets out of there. Doesn't save any of her friends. Plane crashes. Boom. No. The attempt at Sacramento Airport. As he comes in, doesn't quite hit it right on, but he does a fairly decent job. Kind of. The problem is he, wrong way. This way. The fuck? Arrows. You're not helping me. Fucking point one direction. Okay, you know what? We're gonna say he comes this way. He lands the plane. It kind of screeches to a halt, but lands itself into the dirt area over there. It's Do you like roller coasters, Cypher?
Sorry, what?
Do you enjoy roller coasters?
Some, yes.
Okay. Now imagine it being a roller coaster, except there's not really a great harness. They're just like a seatbelt around your midsection, and planes jumping up and down and shaking, and you can hear things rattling, and
Also,
you know.
like the corkscrew at Alton Towers.
Thunder and lightning outside, rain hitting the window, right? There's a hard jerk as he hits the ground. You know, you're essentially bouncing. If it wasn't for your seatbelt, you'd be bouncing all over the inside of this cabin. Finally lands. They do the whole emergency thing, stick everyone out, little slide thing that slides to the ground, right?
Water slide.
Yay, water slide, exactly. And
Except you're not on the plane.
And EMT and such like that arrive with the bus to ferry people over and get you out of there. I want you to make another Constitution check, Cypher. You are what we call jelly legs.
Well, actually, let me find the clip. I'm actually gonna perform pretty much this ritual.
Oh, then I'll never leave you again. Is that basically what you're saying, Zypher?
Yes.
Home! Home! England!
Never flying again. I have this feeling that I haven't made your willingness to get on an airplane in 2 years anymore there, Zypher.
No.
No, why not? What
No.
could possibly go wrong? So,
I mean,
is.
do I need to find the lyrics of that Alanis Morissette song? You know exactly which song I mean, and you know exactly which part of the lyrics.
I gotta say this. It's just this quick flight. It's a hop, skip, and a jump.
Come with me, and you'll be in a world of total annihilation. There's so many ways you can twist that particular song. It's not even funny.
It is on the pager that I got off Uzi on. Is there a way to contact you on it?
There is. It's a two-way pager.
I paid. Can you turn it down a little?
One message back. This shit ain't me.
Who was it then?
Things may have happened. It's not entirely my fault, but I'm not going to take blame for this. I blame it on that person, just like a thumb or an arrow, pointing a finger pointing in a direction. Whoever's in that way, I blame it on them.
Turns in a circle. Just keep turning around on the spot in a circle.
Finally looks at me. Finally looks at me.
Alright guys, I think this is a good place to stop. Just don't have it in me to do this much more today.